Hello everyone, my name is Kaylee with 212 Fitness.
I'm Kelly with Bucket Ruckus.
And we're gonna go over some of the things that we commonly come across when we're making protein shakes. Whether that's before a workout or after a workout, a lot of people are making protein shakes. And there's a lot of things that go into that, and we may not necessarily be recycling or tossing those things correctly.
Yeah.
In our short time together, I have learned a lot. So we're gonna go through a couple things that you may be coming across in your smoothie making that maybe we're not throwing it out correctly. Where do we want to start?
Where do we want to start? Let's do, how about this guy?
The protein powder.
Protein powder.
The tubs.
And they have a
Scoops.
little plastic scoop that come with it.
Mm-hmm.
So for this, when you're finished with your protein powder and you've got an empty container here, this scoop thingy can go in the garbage. And you're going to replace the lid on here, make sure the lid is on, and then throw it into the recycling bin. So again, put the little scooper guy in the garbage and recycle this with the cap on.
Recycle the tub. Got it. How about our milk cartons? A lot of us make our smoothies with milk, whether that be almond, cashew, or dairy.
Yeah. Milk is interesting. There's a lot of different types of packaging for milk. This particular kind, a carton, is garbage. So we can't recycle this type of packaging here in Portage County. So a carton like that, whether it's from, like you said, a dairy milk or plant-based milk, heavy whipping cream or anything, cartons like that go in the garbage.
Nice. What if we're not using milk and we're using a juice?
That can be recycled. That's a great plastic
Label
material.
and all?
Yep.
Lid?
Yep.
Nice.
Replace the cap. Yeah.
Replace.
Put the caps back on your plastic bottles like this and they can be recycled.
Nice, nice.
And that also goes actually for smaller plastic bottles like this. Maybe you've taken vitamins, supplements, whatever. Put the cap back on and this can go in the recycling bin. As long as you take out if there's any sort of desiccant package in there and no remaining vitamins or supplements, empty containers like this can go in the recycling bin.
Very cool. What about our fruit? I see you have a
Yes.
produce shell
Yes.
container here, which I would have recycled. We're going to be surprised, folks.
Unfortunately, this type of plastic, we call it a thermoform, and it's a type of plastic that there's just no market for. We're not able to recycle it here in Portage County. So any sort of berry container, sometimes you can get greens in plastic clamshells like this as well. This and all those other similar containers should go into your garbage.
Garbage can. Got it. Yogurt. I see we have a yogurt
Yes,
container over
yes,
there, which
this
we
is a good
commonly
one.
can put in our smoothies. Yeah.
And we can also recycle this. So just like all the other plastic containers we have here, put the lid back on and recycle it empty.
Nice. Let's go ahead and check out the flavors that we might add to our smoothies. I see you have a cocoa powder container
Yes.
over here.
Yeah, this is pretty common container. Sometimes you get like oats actually in something like this
Yes.
as well. So it feels kind of cardboardy and it has like a kind of metallic shiny inside. This is going to be garbage. We cannot recycle this material. It's got too many layers of metal and plastic and paper, and it's not something that we can recycle here in Portage County. So a container like this is going into your garbage.
Garbage. Got it. And then we were curious about this one because the label comes all the way up the bottle, which is also similar to some things that people use in their workouts, like a muscle milk or maybe like a Premier Protein type bottle.
Yeah.
What do we do with something like this?
So this, the plastic that is the shrink wrapped label here is actually a different plastic than what the bottle itself is made of. So for something like this, you're gonna have to take scissors and give it a slice down the side, take that label off, put it in the garbage, and then the bottle with the cap on can be recycled.
Nice. I did not know that. We're learning all kinds of fun stuff today. Produce bags.
Yeah.
Again, come across these a lot. Maybe you get your lettuce in these, your, I don't know, carrots or cabbage, whatever you're putting in your smoothie.
Yeah, and so this is also, I know that recycling can feel kind of complicated, but that's why we're here doing this.
Yes.
And we're also really lucky to have a great solid waste department here in Portage County that will answer your questions and help you understand what you can recycle, what you can't, and how to make it easier on yourself. So this is one of those things that's a little bit more complicated because these bags are actually very different from each other.
Oh.
So this is a lettuce bag that you might get at the grocery store with some Remain hearts in it. This bag I got from the Stevens Point Winter Farmers Market.
Yes, you did.
One of our local lettuce producers. So this bag, clean and empty, can be dried and taken to Target or Walgreens. And I'm sure there are other places that I can't think of right now that have plastic bag recycling receptacles at the front of their store. So this one, as long as it's clean and dry, you can recycle it at one of those stores in the given receptacle. This bag, however, even though it looks and feels like a plastic bag, it is manufactured differently and has different components than just that Ziploc bag.
Okay.
So this one is going to go in your garbage.
Got it. Very cool. I'm also curious about something we might see in the gym is a bottle like this, Gatorade or whatever it is that you're drinking. What do we do with something like this?
That can have, as long as it's empty, put the cap back on and put it in your recycling bin. Because this label doesn't take up the entire bottle, that is fine to just go as is into your recycling bin.
Nice. Lastly, this is more your bread and butter.
Yeah.
What do we do with our produce scraps?
Yeah, you can compost those. You can and should absolutely compost your vegetable scraps, fruit scraps, whatever it is. You can do that in your backyard. If you want or need resources on home composting, we have a couple of great resources here in Stevens Point. One of them being Recycling Connections. They have a lot of great, wonderful home composting resources. If you already know that you don't want to do composting yourself, we also have Bucket Ruckus, which is my business that I'm here representing. And so we offer these super easy buckets with a screw top lid that you can throw your scraps into, and we'll take care of the composting for you and leave you with a clean bucket whenever it's your pickup day.
I know, I see those buckets around town all the time, throughout the week, on the curb.
Yeah.
I know exactly what they're for. That's super cool. Thank you so much for sharing that information with us. I hope that it helps our 212 members be a little bit more aware of their waste and that they're recycling and throwing things out properly, and maybe they'll start composting.
Yeah, who knows? Feel free to reach out if you've got questions about recycling or composting. Totally here to help.
Awesome. Thank you.